Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Welcome to the Shri Ram behind the wheels, Shri Ram Lalla behind the wheels, next episode. It's day 2 and 3. Apologies for missing the day 2 because we were continuously driving and moving from one place to another to make sure that we cover as many as devotees and provide Shri Ram Lalla's darshan, akshat and prasad to each and everyone where is possible. It's a long distance that we have covered in a lot of temples and innumerable, indescribable experience that we have gathered in last 2 days. I can't say how energetic, how enlightening these 2 days were for us. We have covered so many places, and I will start with the first one, which was Fredericton. When we left from Montreal early in the morning, we drove for around 8 hours to reach Fredericton. Kumarji.
Oh, Fredericton was amazing. It was really amazing. Maniji, you can pitch in. I will just speak a little bit about it. I have been coordinating with the president of the Fredericton Temple, Balaji. He's an amazing gentleman. He's been very welcoming. The chairman, Mr. Vermaji, their trustee, Mr. Ambani and we saw so much of emotion in Fredericton. I mean, some of the ladies there, they were very emotional about Ram Lalla coming to their temple, and it was really touching experience. Maniji, kindly please, if you can describe your parts to the Fredericton.
Absolutely. Like that was, as you said, Kumarji, really touching. And, we saw pouring of love from all the devotees there. This is a small town, Fredericton, with around 80,000 population and a very small Hindu population. Approximately 1,000 population is the total, the total Hindu population. And out of that 1,000, we saw around 250 to 300 people show up to get darshan of Shri Ram Lalla, which is almost 25-30% of the entire Hindu population. So really touching. And a few things, which I really admired, and thank you to Fredericton Temple as well as the devotees there. One was, this temple is small, does not have a full-time priest. So they actually still opened the temple. They had been working tirelessly to clean and, make the temple, get the temple in order to welcome Ram Lalla in the right manner. Second, they opened the gates at 5 o'clock so that the devotees and the volunteers could start coming in, start decorating way before the Rath Yatra actually arrived there. One of the key things that touched all of us was Hindu Canadians from all spectrums. Hindu Canadians from all different ethnicities, whether they were Caribbean, whether they were Hindus from Bharat, or whether they were Hindus from Bangladesh, from Pakistan, from Nepal, all of them showed up as one.
Telugu or Tamil,
Absolutely. From Bharat also, from North India, we met a few individuals who had who came from Punjab, a few people who came from Tamil Nadu, a few people from Kerala, some from Orissa. So it just felt like all Hindu Canadians were represented very well in the temple. So I think the temple is doing an amazing job of connecting with all Hindu communities in the area and bringing them together on one platform. It was great.
And don't forget, it was a working day. Still, they didn't rush through the event. They took 2.5 hours just to do the Sundarkand and then other pujas, and then after that, everybody had a dinner. They had a very good chat with us. Kumarji captured some of the glimpses which are already available on our YouTube channel. Whenever you get a time, go and listen to those. You will understand how much value they are attaching to our Ram Lalla and how eagerly they were waiting for it.
So much of diversity, it is in true sense a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam principle. So much of diversity, so beautiful it was. While we leaving, few of the ladies, they were barefoot. They had no socks.
In a sub-zero temperature.
In a sub-zero temperature, and they were standing there for 15 minutes to make sure they see the last glimpse of Ram Lalla as he departs. That was amazing.
Yeah, great point. So I think Manish, you want to talk about our very special host there?
Absolutely. So we were, really honored to be staying at one of our a Hindu community member there. He happens to be, a volunteer and participates in temple activities. And he and his family are from Tamil Nadu in Bharat. And it was great to actually experience the devotion he and his family had for Shri Ram Lalla.
Yeah.
We went there. There was a full, customary devotion and puja that followed when we entered their home. And then also in the morning, we sat through an hour of very, very touching puja of Shri Ram Lalla in the manner that is done in Tamil Nadu. And yeah, he happens to be actually from Telugu community,
Yeah.
but staying in Tamil Nadu. So we saw a mix of both rituals, Telugu
Culture, yeah.
and Tamil rituals, while in the morning while we were getting ready to take Ram Lalla out from the home. Really touched by
Yeah.
the experience we had there, truly showing how Sri Ram Lalla is revered across the world by Hindus from all different backgrounds, ethnicities,
Yeah.
language or linguistic background. So really excited about our future journey through the various parts of Eastern Canada.
I found two very interesting things with our great horse. One, again, I'm stressing on this point. It was a working day, but they were sitting with us and talking about our journey until well past midnight.
Yeah.
Next day morning, both the parents were working, but still they woke up at 4 a.m. to prepare the prasad for Ram Lalla. They knew we have to leave earlier. They prepared a lunch for us. On top of it, a very unique thing in which I want to let other Hindu communities know that their kids were excited to sit in the puja and sing the bhajan for Ram.
Wow, very good.
7-year-old girl, she had such a nice Carnatic classical Ram bhajan that we just enjoyed it so thoroughly. And I'm hoping, and I'm sure Ram Lalla was also enjoying it. Everybody enjoyed the morning puja, and then they left for their schools because they had to go to the school before we leave. Awesome experience. Well, that was about the Fredericton.
So
And
just one
Yeah,
point.
go ahead.
The lunch was of beautiful, lovely dosas.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Exceptionally
That's a great ad,
Yeah.
Kumarji.
Yeah.
I think that's the one which wake you up, Kumar.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Great.
Very
great.
nice smell. Yeah.
All right. So then we left from there, met couple of very original immigrants who were the first immigrants from India to Fredericton.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them later. But now we moved from there to Moncton. And Moncton, Kumarji, what are your thoughts on Moncton?
My God, Moncton was amazing. A very small community there. Their temple, they had to shift the temple urgently from a location, so they were putting up a new temple. That was so amazing, and they were not ready, but they knew our Yatra Yatra is arriving. All of them participated together to make the temple ready as much as they can. Just 2 days before, they have painted the walls. They had laid down the carpets. It was amazing.
I
It
could
was
I
lovely.
could smell the fresh paint there.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could smell the fresh paint. And Pandit Vinayak ji there was amazing. Actually, I interviewed him and made a small video clip of him, which is already there on the YouTube. Kindly do see that.
Yeah.
Manish ji,
Yeah.
please, if you want to add.
He was in tears when we were talking about the journey we have been on. He happens to be from Maharashtra, from Pune, and he sang a bhajan for Sri Ram very specifically, around welcoming him in Marathi language.
Yeah.
And so that was really touching. We could see tears in his eyes
Yeah.
when we were leaving.
Yeah.
It seemed like he didn't want Ram Lalla to leave the temple,
Yeah,
and he would like to have Ram Lalla there, stay there forever.
Yeah.
Right at the arrival in the temple, I could see Pandit Vinayak was literally lost. I got just one chopai in my mind.
Yeah.
कि चित्रकूट के घाट पे भई संतन की भीड़, तुलसीदास चंदन घिसे तिलक करे रघुवीर.
Wow.
That was the state of Vinayak ji. He was so lost and he was so emotional and so attached to Ram Lalla. We just can't describe. You had to be there if you had to experience it.
Absolutely.
And we are trying to bring as much as possible. Another thing about the Kunal ji, I think he was mentioning that earlier they were in a rented place as a temple, and then somehow that lease was going over. So he said, if Ram Lalla is coming, So he is not gonna sit into the rented place. He's gonna sit in his own place.
Yeah.
So they actually literally bought the property, and within 2 weeks they created a nice temple for us where we can go and have a warm welcome for Ramji. That was Montana. It was very quick but very efficient for us, very enlightening for us. One more thing happened there. Our on-ground support team joined us, and from there onwards they were carrying us all along from Montana to Charlottetown, and then from there to Halifax.
Yeah.
They were like Hanumanji, driving right in front of us and showing us the way to go to the Charlottetown.
Yeah.
Another 2.5 hours, we reached to the Charlottetown. Started with the world famous cow's ice cream offering to Bhagwan Ram. He tasted it. I'm sure he liked it. It was such a nice ice cream. Well, I offered him and then I ate also, right? And we enjoyed thoroughly. Kumarji doesn't eat too much of carb, but he had 2 scoops of ice cream yesterday.
This was nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So Charlottetown, again, another great example of how community can do wonders if they come together.
Yes.
Last Janmashtami, a person floated an idea on the Facebook that can we have a celebration together?
Yeah.
And they came together on Facebook. Within a week, they had a one person's office garage opened as a mandir. And in last 3 weeks, remember, they were just sitting and doing Hanuman Chalisa and Ramayana, etc. But in last 3 weeks, they said, we have to make something special for when Ram Lalla comes. They were still not sure whether we are coming there or not. Last 2 weeks only, they arranged all the idols. They arranged a nice platform from Bhagwan Ram, and they did a mass communication around the society. It was just 1,000 people, Hindu people community in Charlottetown, and there were more than 300 people. Our parking was jam-packed. We were literally standing. We didn't have a place to sit.
Yeah.
Had a very nice Sundarkand, had a very nice Hanuman Chalisa, and sumptuous food. I'm like, we ate so much. I can't even tell you how tasty food was.
Yeah.
And another experience by the people, by the kids. Like, ladies were just not allowing us to take Ram Lalla.
Yeah.
They were saying that you go home, we don't want you, right? Yeah, we want Ram Lalla's to stay here. And then it took literally 45 minutes us to come out of the temple, put Ram Lalla into the Rath, and then drive to the Halifax.
Yeah.
That 45 minutes was like, it's never gonna erase from my memory.
Yeah.
So much emotional, so much devotion, so much commitment to Lord Ram. But finally, we left from there. Rath has to go. We drove late in the night to the Halifax. While we were driving to the Halifax, I really want Manishji to talk about our eyes and ears on the ground, our support team, the Vanar Sena that is working for Ram Lalla, starting from Montreal, and still continue to do that for us.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Abhishek ji. We've been so blessed all throughout our journey to get support from Hindu community wherever we are traveling. We are getting phone calls in advance of, where are you staying? Come stay at my place. Yeah. Do you need any help in arrangements at temples or any other places that you are intending to go? And it's like, devotees are wanting to travel with Shri Ram Lalla Rath as much as they can. For example, it is snowing here today in Halifax. We already have a few cars around us who are essentially escorting us to make sure we are there going to the temple safely. And if there is any problem, they're able to help us out. Similarly, when we went to Charlottetown, a couple of cars actually escorted us from Halifax to Charlottetown and back to make sure we were safe and sound, and Shri Ram Lalla came back to his resting place in the evening. This is roughly a 2.5 to 3 hours drive, as Abhishek ji said.
Yeah.
And similarly, when we were traveling from Moncton to Halifax, there was somebody who was helping us, and then previously also. Yeah. So happy, whether it is food. We are actually, by the way, gained a few kilograms after eating some sumptuous food all throughout our journey, right? Yeah. We are being fed
really well.
Really well. All kinds of sweets.
Yeah.
And we can't say no because this is a Theerath Yatra, and so we feel like we want to actually take all the all that devotees are offering to us as well as to Shri Ram Lalla. And so definitely I'm dreading going back home and getting onto the weighing machine.
Yeah.
The support is not only in terms of food and transport as well as where we are sitting or staying, but it is also about management of crowds. When the devotees are coming in, they are thronging the temples and the venues where we are. Our volunteers are actually coming up with innovative ways of managing how devotees, a large number of devotees, can actually get darshan without any issues for the devotees. For example, management of parking. Parking is limited. How do we make sure devotees are coming in and going out within time, but they are not hurrying so that devotees don't get enough time with Sri Ram Lalla?
Yeah.
Super helpful support from organizations like HSS that have been providing volunteers across all cities. So thank you so much to HSS and other organizations as well as the temple committees who've actually gone way beyond expectations to make this a huge success.
Yeah, I think that personification of the volunteers, the commitment that they are showing, it is a true picture of an ideal Hindu in Canada. How you support, how you show your commitment. People taking time off because they know this is the priority. It's happening once in a life type of a situation. So they understand that, and their devotion, their commitment to do their duty. It's just something that people should take as an example and show it to their kids, that this is the way you should live a Canadian Hindu life here.
Yeah.
Kumar, you were saying something.
No. Since I have been coordinating with a lot of them, I am really grateful to each one of them for helping it out in this journey. Each one of them.
You got friends for life there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is Manishji was talking about food, so I will stop on one very simple message, that ना खाने की फिक्र है, ना सोने की चिंता, हमारी दुनिया राम है, हमारा सारा काम बनता। जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम,
Jai Shri Ram.
जय श्री राम।